So we're going to learn how to do a common denominator with a rational expression that has a bottom with quadratics. So we have to factor out our quadratic. And I'm going to try to factor it kind of here on the board. We'll try it this way. So in order to factor, if you remember, factor this quadratic, and this is going to be a minus. And this is a minus this whole thing. That may be where the problem was if you had problems with this question. So right now I'm just getting the bottom to have a new bottom. So I'm going to split up this because this is a minus. My insides are a plus and a minus. I factor out 5, I get 1 and 5. I factor out 12, I get 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. So when I subtract, I want to get an 11. So if I split up my x's, and I split up my 1 and my 5. So something take away 5 is got to be 11. So that would be 16 probably. So I'm going to try some different things to see what will work. So I'm going to try a 1 and a 12 just to try it. I do what I know. This is already 12x squared. This is already negative 5. So I just need to figure out if the middle is subtracted to make 11. So I have 12x take away 5. That is not 11. So I can switch it out, but I'm not thinking it's 1 and 12. So I'm going to go with 2 and 6. 2 and 6. Here I have 6 take away 10. 6 take away 10 is not 11, so it's not 2 and 6 in that direction. Let's try the other way. 6 and 2. This is 2 take away 30. That is certainly not 11. So we just take that away. We'll try 3 and 4. And so we have 4 and 15. 15 and 4 subtracted does make 11. Now let's check to make sure we have the right. We needed a negative 5 this way, and we need minus 15. We need a positive 11. This is minus 15 plus 4. That's a negative 11. So we're going to switch our signs. So this is minus, this is plus. Now we check again. Minus 4 plus 15 is positive 11. So that one is done. So now we do this side. Again, you have a minus. That means you're going to have a plus and a minus. The 1 splits up. 1 times 1 is 1. The 3 splits up, and the x splits up, and then we need to check. It needs to add up to be 2. So I have negative 3 plus 1 is a negative 2. So again, I switch my signs. So I have positive 3 minus 1 is a positive 2, so that's this one. Okay? And so I'm going to take these little things out because we're just figuring out these factorings. Here, again, we have 2 pluses, which means we've got 2 pluses inside of here. So we're going to add up to 9. You have a 1 and a 5, because this is what this splits out to be. And you have a 2 and a 2, or a 1 and a 4. Those are your factors of 4. And we need to get positive 9, so they have to add up to 9. So if we put a 1 here, and we got our x. If we put a 1 here and a 4 here, we have 4 plus 5 is 9, so that is our answer. So we have x plus 1. We have 4x plus 5. We have x plus 1. We have 3x minus 1. We have 3x minus 1, and we have 4x plus 5. So they all have things in common, but there's one thing missing from each of them. So we have 3x plus 1 here, no 3x plus 1 here. So we're going to multiply this by 3x plus 1, and we're going to multiply the top by 3x plus 1. Okay, this one does not have the 4x plus 5. So we're going to multiply this by 4x plus 5, and this up top by 4x plus 5. And then this one is missing the x plus 1. So we multiply this side by x plus 1, and we multiply the top by x plus 1. You do not need to do that multiplication yet. So now you look on the top and the bottom for things that can reduce. So the bottom, when you do it out, you're actually going to have a larger bottom. And then the top, actually you do it out. So we're gonna, this one would get the new bottom, which is taking this times x plus 1. So we have 12x squared plus 11x minus 5 times x plus 1. And you can distribute that across, or you can treat it like a multiplication table. 1 times negative 5 is negative 5. 1 times 11x is 11x. 1 times 12x squared is 12x squared, and you put a plus there. Then this is x times negative 5 is negative 5x. X times 11x is 11x squared. X times 12x squared is 12x cubed, with a plus in there. You would then add them up, just like you do regular numbers. Minus 5, 6x, 23x squared. This would have a plus, and plus 12x cubed. This is the bottom for all of them. So you don't have to do it 3 times. It's the same bottom. So this is your new bottom. So you must find a common bottom for them to work. Now you do the top. So we have to do this. This is a FOIL. X times x is x squared. 1x plus 5x, inside outside, that's 6x. 1 times 5 is plus 5. This is minus this whole amount, okay? So x times 4x squared, you just distribute, you get 4x squared plus 5x. But because that minus is in there, this changes all your symbols. So this is going to be minus 4x minus 5x. That minus has to distribute. So again, then get rid of it after it distributes across. And it only has to do that at the top. It doesn't have to do it on both. So then you have here x plus 9 times 3x plus 1. Again, that's a FOIL. This is going to be 3x squared. 9 times 3 is 27 plus 1, 28x. 9 times 1 is plus 9. So now, I'll write this down here so we can see it better, but we're going to combine like terms, basically. So actually, let's just use a different color. So this is our new bottom. We need a new top. So x squared combines with this x squared, combines with this x squared. Because we already changed our symbol since this was minus, we can just combine them. I have a dog. I take away 4 dogs. I'm at negative 3 dogs. I add another 3 dogs. I'm at no dogs. So I don't have any dogs. So there's no x squared. That cancels out. I have 6x minus 5x. That's 1x. Plus 28x is 29x. And then 5 plus 9 is 14. So your answer should be that. 29x plus 14 over 12x cubed plus 23x squared plus 6x minus 5. And there really is not a way to reduce that. So that is that common denominator. Thank you.